Hi, my name is Sonya, and I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So, are y'all ready to hear my hip-hop hurricane ride of a story? Okay, but first, don't forget to like and subscribe. So like I said, I'm from Canada, or at least I was until my dad came home one day with news that would change my life forever. I knew something was wrong right away when he called me into the kitchen and started calling me honey. He never calls me honey, like never, ever. The look on my mom and little brother's face also told me it was bad.
Honey, how would you like to visit where your mom is from?
Pause. I should probably mention real quick that I'm half Chinese. My mom was born in China. Anyway, back to the story. Dad, what is it? Just tell me already. And then he said the words.
Honey,
There was that word again. I was totally starting to freak out.
I got a promotion. We're moving to China next week.
Oh my gosh, this is not happening! Go away, I said. But 10 minutes later, there was another knock. The door opened, and my mom was standing there with a tray of rainbow tarts and 2 glasses of boba tea. My favorite. Let's talk. Mom, we can't move! Riley's birthday party is next week, and I have the swim meet semi-final at the end of the month. And what about the upcoming finals I've been studying so hard for? See? I can't go! No way! No can do!
Bobo, change is a normal part of life. You should learn to embrace it. It'll make your life a lot easier if you do. You can come back and visit your friends in the summer. We'll make this work. Trust me, you'll like China.
Sorry, Mom. You guys can go. I think I'll just stay here in Canada. Thank you very much.
Sonya, dear, everything has already been settled. Your father only told you about it now that it's officially signed off on, but it has been in the works for a while. We're going, all of us. In fact, we're going next week.
That week was like the hardest of my whole life. I must have cried like literally 100 times. The hardest part was saying goodbye to my friends. 4 of us met at Riley's house, and I gave her her birthday present early, seeing as I wasn't going to be there for the party. I'm going to miss you so much, so much. Yeah, we all are. Promise to always stay in touch, okay? I will. I'll text every day. I'm going to miss you all so much, too. I made matching friendship bracelets for all of us to wear. A little something to remember us by. The bracelets look so amazing and colorful, and the Aztec pattern on them was totally fab. We put them on and then extended our arms to each other so we could all see them decorating our wrists. We kind of bumped our fists together pathetically until Riley jumped on all of us with a big warm hug, yelling, "Friends forever!" We giggled and laughed, holding back tears as we responded one by one in kind. Yeah, friends forever. The next day, I was on a plane to China. I had never heard of Shengqiao before, and I was expecting it to totally look like something out of one of those old kung fu movies. Boy, was I wrong.
Quick, look out the window. You can see the city now.
When I looked out and saw a huge city all lit up in thousands of colorful neon lights, I was blown away. I saw lots of skyscrapers and busy highways and couldn't help but laugh at myself for being so naive. So, Shengqiao is the capital and largest city in the Henan province. My dad works for one of those massive e-commerce websites you've probably bought thousands of cute little items on for like $1 each, so I guess I shouldn't have been too surprised that the city looks so modern, but I really was. Even with the cool side of the city at night, I still didn't want to be there and wished more than anything that we didn't have to go.
Shh. Hey, folks, there's going to be a bit of turbulence up ahead. Make sure your seatbelts are secured tightly.
All of a sudden, the plane began to shake, rattle, and sway. I was bounced up and down in my seat like a thrill ride at Disneyland. I quickly changed my wish from not wanting to land to just wanting to land safely. Whew. Thankfully, we did. We arrived at our new house, and oh my gosh, it was so colorful, fire, and new looking. Not to mention way bigger than our last house that I confess I was already starting to forget about in Canada. We spent the weekend exploring the city. We saw old temples, ate lots of awesome street food, and we even went to the zoo. Sunday evening rolled around and way too quickly, and before I knew it, my happy weekend turned into an evening filled with major anxiety. Why?
because tomorrow was every kid's worst nightmare. The first day at a new school. I put my best, bravest face on and walked into the school's hallway. But inside, I was low-key terrified. When the teacher made me stand at the top of the class and introduce myself, I was trembling, desperately holding on to my sanity like a leaf clinging to a branch on a windy day. I mean, I didn't know anybody. I looked different than everybody, and my Chinese was far from relaxed conversation as you can get. Ni hao, I'm Sonya. I'm from Canada, I said. Everyone welcome Sonya to the class. Ni hao. Sit down anywhere there's a free seat. I sat down next to a pretty girl with long straight hair similar to mine, except she had some cool red streaks in hers. Hi, I'm Lee. I totally love your accent. Thanks, I like your hair. Everyone was really nice and welcoming. They even spoke English well. Over the next few days, I started to make friends and was the center of attention for weeks. I love your accent.
That bracelet is so cute. Can you make me one?
What's it like being from America? I wasn't used to all the attention, but I didn't mind it either. It didn't even bother me when some of my classmates called me American instead of Canadian. Whatever. I was just happy to be fitting in. Then one day by the lockers, my new bestie Lee asked me, "Hey, have you ever heard of hip-hop dancing?" Sure, I've seen videos of people spinning on their heads like a merry-go-round. Yeah, that's hilarious. So I'm the captain of a street dance team. There's a class later. You should come. Me? I'm like the definition of 2 left feet. But it would be neat to see you do it. Can I just come to watch? Sure. When Leah and I got there, her crew was already warming up. Even just warming up, their moves and drip looked incredible, and I was quickly beginning to feel totes awkward. Lee called them all over to say hi. Hey everyone, this is Sonya. Hi, I'm just here to watch. For now. Well, don't just stand there staring at her. Introduce yourselves. Hi, I'm May. Nice to meet you. Hey, ni hao. I'm Jade.
Yo, what up? I'm Benson, the real leader of this crew.
Sup, I'm Doug. Hey, where's Yue? She's not able to make it tonight, but she said she'd definitely be here next time. She better be. She knows we got a big competition coming up. That's when things went from bad to worse. They asked me if I would stand in. My face immediately flamed hot. I blushed and refused on the spot. I can't dance. I'm just here to watch. I could never learn to move like you do. It's all good, G. We just need you to stand in the back and try to follow along as best you can. That way the rest of us can keep the shape of the routine and not step off our markers. Simples. Yeah, okay, sure, I guess. YOLO. Awesome. I knew I could count on you. You guys get started. I'll give Sonya here a quick rundown of the moves first. I was beyond terrible, but I have to admit, I had fun, and Lee and the others said I did good for my first time ever dancing. After that, I was hooked. I went home that night and watched a ton of street dancing videos and went into every practice after that. Apparently, hip-hop dancing and street dance is really popular here in China, with big-budget, televised competitions happening all the time. Street dance is even going to debut in the Olympics this year, I was told. Don't quote me on that, though. It was way too soon for me to be part of the cruiser team for the upcoming competition, but I worked hard and showed improvement in every class. Lee said I was a natural. My mom told me that she and Dad used to like dancing when they were younger and joked that dancing was in my blood. But I couldn't believe for a second that my boomer parents had ever popped, locked, or cropped. Anyway, with the competition coming up in just over a month, Lee asked me if I would help her work on her choreography outside of dance class as extra preparation for the big show. For the next few weeks, we worked our butts off to get every move glowed up. I felt like some kind of professional coach, giving Lee tips and taking videos that we broke down afterward for any little mistake and parts where she could improve. One day when we were practicing, something crazy happened. Just around the corner from where we were practicing, a thief had stolen someone's bag and dashed off with it. The police were after him on foot. We continued to dance like normal, but when the thief ran by us, Lee was in the middle of the routine where she straightens her leg into a sharp dance move when the robber ran by, stumbling all over her. The police were on him in an instant, grabbing him and snapping handcuffs around his wrists. One of the officers thanked Lee for her assistance as the other officers dragged the robber off in handcuffs. After checking to see if we were all good and the last officer left, we turned to each other with excitement. Wow, that was so cool! You're like a total superhero! Yep,
That's the power of street dancing for you. Keep practicing and you can have this superpower too. Lee snapped a finishing pose and made a peace sign. Yeah, I wish. The day of the competition finally arrived and everyone in the crew was buzzing with excitement as we entered the concert hall. Lee was ready to lead the team to victory and I had helped her practice her moves so much that I could probably have done them in my sleep too. I came just to watch and showed my support to the team by making everyone the same friendship bracelet Becky had made for me back in Canada. Everyone put theirs on and then Lee gave one last speech. We've all practiced as hard as we could, so now all that's left is to go out there, have fun, and try our best. Woo! Yeah! We got this in the bag. Done deal! Uh-huh. Good luck, everyone. Not that any of you need it. You'll be great. Then I left them and went to go take my seat in the stands. They were going to need some luck. The competition looked fierce. I had only been in the stands for a few minutes, admiring the elaborate stage design and giant TV screens, when one of the crew came rushing over to me in a panic. Lee had hurt her ankle. As part of the team's outfits, they were wearing sunglasses and Lee had tripped over a camera cable. I rushed from the stands to go see if she was okay. When I got there, I could see the pain in Lee's face and swelling on her ankle. There was no way she could dance right now. They were going to have to forfeit the competition. When Lee saw me, she tried to stand up. Lee, what are you doing? Sit back down. Yeah, sister, take a chill pill. To my surprise, Lee didn't seem to be too upset about the situation. Instead, she had a cheeky smile of confidence on her face, like she knew something the rest of us didn't. That's when she revealed her secret. We don't have to forfeit because Sonya is going to take my place. Say what now? Me? I can't! Oh, yes, you can. You just helped me practice like crazy for the past month, didn't you? Yeah, but... And you know all the moves in my part of the routine by heart, don't you? Yeah, I guess so. See? Then you have to do it. You're the only one that can, Sonya. I stood there totally frozen in shock. I couldn't believe what was happening. I thought about being on stage, bright lights shining on me and the hundreds of people in the crowd watching. I nearly fainted just thinking about it. But a part of me was also super excited at the idea of showing everything I had put my heart into. So, will you do it? I looked back at her to see the whole crew gazing back at me with sad puppy eyes awaiting my answer. I'd seen how hard they all worked training for the competition, and they had all been so nice to me too. I couldn't let them down when they're in a pinch. I wouldn't let them down. Okay, I'll do it. I guess? Lee leapt out of her chair with joy and totally forgetting how hurt her ankle was. It might have gotten worse. She winced and flopped back down on the chair in pain. Ow! Lee, are you okay?
Yeah, girl, I thought I totally told you to chill.
Thanks, Sonya. You've really saved the day.
You'll do great. You've come a long way since your first practice. Yeah, thanks for stepping up. Now all our hard work won't be for nothing.
Okay, people, we don't have time to screw around. There's still a few minutes left to practice with Sonya in. Let's switch up some of Sonya's moves for easier ones. Quick, brainstorm. We need ideas, fast. Then, before we knew it, our crew's name was called and it was time to hit the stage. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Before we walked onto the stage, Lee gave me some final words of encouragement, ending with, "You can do it." My heart felt like it was going to burst from my chest as we took our positions. Then the music started, and the time for nerves was over. It was go time. I started off a little shaky, but as the beat went on, I completely forgot about my nerves and the crowd and was completely in the zone. I hit all my marks as best I could, throwing my heart out there and letting my dancer's body take over. Before I knew it, the music burst out a final chord and we hit our last pose in unison. The performance was over. I did it. I actually did it. You were great, guys. Sonya, you killed it.
Yeah, Sonya, you were fire! We all were. Did you see me? I totally nailed that backflip at the end.
Do you think we actually have a shot at winning? That was crazy. My heart's beating so fast. Wow, did that just happen? Okay, so we didn't win the competition, but that's all right. I learned so much about myself, and the whole crew is now more determined than ever to improve and win the next one. There's another contest in 2 months, and I already can't wait to dance again. Only this time, I hope I can take my place near the back of the group and don't have to lead the team again. But then again, you never know what you can do until you're doing it.